Hello everybody, this is Dane and Cindy from Midlife Travel Tales.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Oh, well, nice to see us. Hello, my honey.
Hello.
So today we've got 20 points on things you should know before you travel to South Korea, particularly Seoul.
Yeah, we absolutely love Korea. Seoul especially, way more than we expected to.
Way
it just
more.
is so efficient. Everything just works. We really had such an awesome time.
Yeah, our son lives there, so it made it a lot easier, and that's the reason we went. And we're so glad we did. And we arrived in cherry blossom season, which was amazing.
On my bucket list.
Bucket list.
Yeah.
And we just had an amazing time. So thank you, South Korea. Thank you, all the Koreans who made our trip so amazing.
We just loved it.
And thank you to my son.
All right, so these are 20 points that we've put together to hopefully help you when you go to Korea. So number one is from the airport, you can catch a bus into the main center of Seoul. It's about an hour to an hour and a half away from the airport.
And it's called an airport bus.
Yeah.
So like when we went back to the airport, we caught the same bus back to the airport directly.
And it's very cheap. They run on regularly. I think like every half hour or every hour. It's very easy.
Yeah, it was very easy. Hey?
You can catch a train as well, but if you catch a train, you're going to have to do a couple of transfers. And if you've got a lot of luggage, trying to get on and off trains, and the bus was just easy.
And also when you catching trains, your brain's got to work a heck of a lot harder in a foreign country, which is not always the easiest thing.
All right, so number two is just transport in general in Seoul was so easy. There's the metro, underground, there's buses, there's taxis, and it was just easy to get around. It was not difficult at all.
Not difficult. We were staying in I think you pronounce it Gyeongja, which is outside of Seoul proper, I think. But we got around.
And it's very cheap. It's not expensive to get around using that local transport.
Yeah, and it was great. We got to all different areas and buses and trains and whatever else.
No, it was great. Number three is in terms of the transport as well. What you need is you can buy a Metro T card, they call it, and you can get this from any convenience store, like a 7-Eleven or a CU, and then you can actually top it up. So in order to top it up, you have to have cash though. You pay for cash to top it up. They've got a little machine there at the counter, and they put the card on there, and you pay cash and top up your card.
And what's nice, there's convenience stores everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so there's literally got everything. Just the thing on convenience stores as well, while we're talking about that, look out for the two plus one or something. You buy two and you get one free. Whole lot of things like that we learned. It's great in convenience stores. So you buy two of the same product and you get another one free, or you buy the 1+1, which is one. You buy one, get one free.
We wouldn't even have noticed it if our son hadn't told us.
Yeah, and you can even get meals like it, even some of the ramen meals and all of that. So look out for that. It does save a lot of money.
It's very good, And this transport is very cheap. It's not expensive.
Yeah.
All right. Number four is the apps that you need to get around. Google Maps doesn't really work too well. It doesn't track your location. No. So we found Naver is a very good app to get around, and I think it worked very well.
Yeah, Naver was great. Our son who's lived there, he uses Naver. So Naver got us around really easily.
Good,
it even tells you which buses to catch, which trains to catch, what platform, all that kind of stuff.
Gives you all the info, so much info.
So Cindy eventually was doing it because my brain, I read it, I kind of turn off when there's too much information. So she likes all the information.
I had to read all the
details. Cindy's definitely the information person. If you ever follow this channel, you'll find out if you want the information from her, if you want the wow, that's beautiful, that's fantastic, that's me. Okay.
The other app is Papago. I think I'm saying it right. I might be wrong.
Papago.
That's for translation. That works also very well. But Google Translate
we use Google Translator was great. Yeah.
And not everybody speaks English, so it's quite important to be able to use some of that to use a translation app.
The funny thing with the Koreans is that they're not very confident in speaking English, but most of them can understand or talk something.
That's what we found.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's what we found. That's probably in Seoul. Once you go out, it's probably harder for the English. Yeah.
The other thing that's quite nice is when you go to buy food, they've got these machines that you can just put your credit card there and you order your food and you pay with your credit card and then you go and pick it up. It's just worked. It was it's easy and so efficient.
Yeah.
It just works so well.
That's the correct word for South Korea. Efficient.
Efficient, yeah. Very efficient.
Yeah, there were even shops 24. We were blown away. 24-hour shops where there's no staff.
Yeah,
it's so
that's
safe.
one of our other points.
Oh, is it?
So
Sorry, I went to. No, sorry.
ahead.
Yeah, must have
You're
jumped
jumping
ahead.
Yeah, and credit card is you can pay for everything with credit card. That was really awesome.
And also, if you have a phone app for they do use the app, so that my son uses, and all the Koreans use their phones to pay as well. For us, that was a new thing, so we don't really use that.
And then restaurants, number 6. In restaurants, it's quite interesting. There's a couple of things. One of them is when you've eaten, generally you go up to the front yourself and pay. You don't wait for, they don't come to you and you pay the waiter or the waitress. You generally go up to the front and your payment's made there.
Yeah, which is, it's different for us.
Yeah.
The one thing, I'm not jumping the gun here, I hope, Korean food is amazing.
Some of our best food on
Korea, you make amazingly tasty food. Whatever we had, I can't remember having a bad meal. Never bad meal, from Korean barbecue to, I don't even want to say the names of the other ones because I'll butcher the language, but we had amazing meals. And so really, it's a culinary delight.
Yeah. We literally, our son took us on a culinary tour. It was incredible.
It was insane.
The other thing with the restaurants is if you sit down and you can't see where your utensils are, your chopsticks or your spoons and knives, they normally put them in a drawer in the table.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of find the drawer and open the drawer and all your utensils are there.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and also again on the restaurants, once or twice we went into a restaurant and there was robots cleaning up.
Yeah.
Which was insane for me. So
we've never seen that.
No,
that was
never seen that.
Number 7 also, in terms of restaurants, often when you go to a place like to have a Korean barbecue, it's smoky and all of that, so your clothes could get smelly.
Yeah.
So they actually in your seat, you can lift the lid off your seat and you can put your jackets and your clothes, whatever you want to take off, into the not whatever you want to take off.
don't take it all off.
Your jacket, you can put it in your seat so it doesn't get smelly.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice way of storing your jacket.
And they gave us a bib as well sometimes, which is, I thought it was really cool. Very cool. Yeah.
Number 8. Just to be aware, on the metro and the buses, they've got priority seats for the elderly, for pregnant people. So they
were very aware of the elderly.
That. So you just make sure you don't sit in those seats.
Yeah, don't get in front of the elderly ladies and that, because they'll probably give you a clap thing.
Yeah, so you got to just make sure where you sit. Also, number 9, in terms of using the metro, we used it at a peak time, the one time. Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
So it was the metro and the buses.
Yeah.
You don't want to use it at peak times. If you can, you're going to have to, but just be aware there's a lot of people.
You just get crammed inside. Everybody just pushes and oh no.
And the bus driver can get a little bit, if you're overloading and so just
be aware
there are a lot of people.
If you don't have to do peak times, don't do peak times.
Yeah.
Okay, number 10. The 24/7 shops.
Okay, we have mentioned,
we didn't explain it.
Okay, so 24/7 shops are everywhere.
This is cool to us because we don't have such a thing in our country.
It's you literally go into these shops and there's no people running the shop.
We said, like, where's the people?
There's a machine there. It's like an honesty thing, so people must be really honest in Korea. Well done, guys, because if we had a shop like that, you wouldn't last one day. I'm just on being honest.
It would be empty.
It would be empty. And we were kind of blown away by that.
Yeah. So you just go in there, you take what you want, you pay with your card at the machine, and off you go.
Not one person in the shop. It was insane.
But there must be cameras or something. I think there's cameras.
Well, there must be cameras, but still, it's
amazing.
Impressive.
Very impressive. Number 11 is, we were actually amazed at how Koreans love their dogs and cats.
It's amazing.
We had heard other stories
that
about stray dogs, but I don't actually remember seeing one stray dog.
I've never seen so many animals being pushed in prams and looked after so well in my entire life.
What was that statistic about prams?
There's more prams sold for dogs than for babies.
In Korea than for babies.
I promise you, we've traveled to nearly 50 countries, and I've never seen. So I want to say to anybody who thinks Koreans don't look after animals, their pets.
They look after them.
It was insane. It blew us away. They even had special little parks in the
Cordoned
parks.
off, that were cordoned off.
Like doggy places.
Where the dogs could all run free and play.
No,
it was fantastic. After
Yes,
coming from Southeast Asia
Cindy
with all the
loved it.
stray dogs, I just loved the way the Koreans loved their animals.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was amazing. Number...
There was dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats.
Number 12.
Number 12 is, we did mention this already actually, that credit card is widely used, but if you're going to go to a market, then you're going to need cash generally. They don't really take credit cards at a market. So street vendors, you need cash, but credit card elsewhere is everywhere.
Yeah, so it's very easy.
Very easy.
It's very, very easy. It really is. You hardly drew from the ATM.
No, which was very unlike Southeast Asia where it's mainly cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we hardly drew from the ATM.
Okay, number 13 is Korea has very strict recycling laws.
So either Korea has very strict recycling laws or my son's building had very strict recycling laws. So we're putting it as a point because we're not sure.
Yeah, in his building we had to take the rubbish down and we had to separate everything. And they have cameras in the basement watching to make sure that you separate your glass, your cardboards, your polystyrene.
We were so nervous that he was going to get a warning because we put it in the wrong compartment. But it was insane. Even the different plastics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was well done though on environmental, looking after the environment.
Yeah. No, I think it's a general thing in Korea.
The only thing about that you'll learn on the environment there, it is a little bit smoggy.
Yeah.
So Seoul someday could be.
Some days were very smoggy.
The clarity, the atmosphere of the sky, and that was not great.
Yeah. All right. Number 14 is generally we found from what we've heard and when we were there, which was autumn.
No, we were there in spring.
Spring.
We were there for the cherry blossoms.
So spring and autumn apparently are also very good times to go because the summers can be excessively hot.
Yeah, I believe it's hot there now.
Yeah,
very hot.
And the winters are absolutely freezing. So I would say spring or autumn's a good time to go.
Although if you're a winter person, there is skiing in that there.
Yeah, in some areas there are.
Yeah, there's skiing in that. So there are ski slopes. They had the Winter Olympics there the one year.
Number 15 is, we learned very quickly, Koreans move fast.
Yeah.
They don't hang around at a restaurant after they've eaten. It's kind of like you eat and up you go, which is perfect for my husband.
Yeah,
that's what he likes.
That's what I like.
I like to linger.
I don't like hanging around unless things are really interesting.
Yeah.
The other thing, because of that, there are in popular restaurants there's long queues. So you walk up to a place and there's long queues and you think, oh, I'm going to be here hours. But in fact, you stand in the queue and it all moves pretty quickly because people are eating, drinking, getting up, going, getting up, and people are just moving all the time. Yeah. And so if you go there, be prepared to queue.
Yeah.
As well.
Which you don't do.
I don't queue.
He doesn't queue.
But I did queue in Korea.
Not for long.
But we still got in pretty quickly. So Koreans, you my kind of people, eat quick, drink lots, get out.
Number 17 is there's a real cafe culture in Korea,
lovely.
Which we love because we love that.
Yeah.
And they love their pastries and their bakeries and cake and stuff like that, which we love to have our coffee and cake.
And we love sitting on a little table and watching life go past us and
have a nice piece of cake or a pastry and a coffee, that suited us perfectly.
That was great.
I loved that. Yeah, that was great.
So enjoy that. It really is nice.
Number 18. Koreans really look after themselves. They all look so impeccably dressed
and neat
hair. The ladies with their makeup. They always. I mean, I looked at them and I thought, I felt like I wasn't quite up to their standards.
With my hair and my beard, I would have kids kids staring at me because they're thinking, who the heck is this? Like, he doesn't fit in here.
But they do. The women look beautiful. The men have their hair cut perfectly.
Yeah, and dress smartly.
Yeah,
and we had come from, we'd been traveling for a year, so we our clothes are
We're
not
a bit shabby by the year
shabby.
After a year of traveling.
And so.
Hats off to them. They really look after themselves.
They really look after themselves.
Number 19. Convenience stores are everywhere. There's 7-Elevens, there's CU, there's some 24 Mart, and they have everything. You can buy your ramen.
What's those rolls? Gimbap.
Gimbap. Oh, we love those.
Cindy loved gimbap.
For lunch every day. That was amazing. You can get your drinks, coffee, whatever other drinks you want. It's got everything. So and they're just everywhere.
And as I mentioned, most of them have this 1+1 or 2+1, so it's very cost effective. Yeah. Look, it's not as tasty as the restaurants. The restaurant's food is insane.
But for a quick meal, it's ideal.
Yeah.
And then lastly, number 20, we found the drivers, especially some of the taxi drivers, they drive very fast. Wow. When we caught the first taxi from where did we catch it
from the airport to our Airbnb.
From the airport to our Airbnb. Oh my gosh, we got in the taxi and this car just took off.
Yeah, in the middle of the night, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning.
So the roads were quite empty.
And we hadn't been on a freeway in months. And this guy's on a freeway doing like 160, I think he was. Cindy's like looking at me, I didn't know what to do, you know. The guy was flying.
So I don't know if that's a general thing,
no,
but
yeah,
a few taxis we took, we just found they drive very fast.
Yeah, we heard it is a general thing. So just be aware the Koreans like a bit of speed.
So also just be careful when crossing roads. Make sure you check properly.
Yeah, the other thing with Korea is they wait for the lights to turn. So they don't jaywalk.
You don't just walk.
Yeah, so elsewhere,
even if there's no cars or anything, they still stand and wait for the robot to change.
Which is amazing. Again, very law-abiding people, because everywhere else we go, people just walk and do their own thing. So even back home, we just walk and do our own thing as well. So, wow. So we were totally blown away by Korea. Just such a positive experience.
It really was.
We've told people, wow, you should go to Korea, because it's
just do your research before you go.
Yeah.
About all the different things you've got to find out when you get there, and getting SIM cards and all that. So do a bit of research before.
Yeah, because it's very tourist friendly once you're in, but at the airport it is a little bit tougher. Getting your SIM card, getting to draw money.
Yeah, we couldn't get money for some reason from the ATM.
And people who were with us on the airplane were having the same problems, and it was just...
Yeah, we had to go to a different bank upstairs.
It's not as easy as some countries, because I don't think Korea relies upon tourism.
Yeah. So just do your research, but saying that, we loved it. We loved Korea.
And the Korean people were amazing. It was just such a positive, incredible experience.
So hopefully these 20 points can help all of you who are going to be visiting Korea and make your stay as great as it was for us.
And if you are watching this video and you think you've got any more points we could have added in, please message us, give us the points, comment on the video. Please subscribe to us, because the channel is going really well. And share our video. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.